goal of the game.
Face off to the blocker side. Harenstam. It's one back by Sweden, and they'll launch it down the ice. Finns throw for one of the power play. Here goes Aaron Kiviharju to center, dropping it back. Konsta Helenius. Right side of the hash marks, played off the boards. Taken by him again, side of the net, played out in front. And that's pushed wide by Altos Koivu off the bottom. Saarelainen. Speed through center. Left side, lost an edge. And Gabriel Elias a chance to clear, he does.
There's a perception that having a power play early in a period on fresh ice is a good thing. It just seems like you haven't really settled into the period. The puck slides a little too much, and sometimes it's not exactly as advantageous as having a power play once things have settled in a little more.
Finland can't get set up. And Sweden skate to center. Pass across. Almost intercepted, and taking a knock there was Jack Berglund.
Helenius had to be careful there to not make head contact with his elbow of Berglund.
On the right side, Pikkarainen plays it back to the line. Viitavaisinen back in behind the Swedish net. Cleared down again. Ripped right back through center by Petteri Rimpinen. That's going to go for an icing, and nothing is working on this Finnish power play so far.
A very different power play than what they had in the first period. Here's the only chance they get. It comes off a failed clearing attempt and onto the tape of Helenius, who's slides this puck over to Koivu, and the shot gets blocked. Harenstam did a nice job staying with it, but other than that, it's been a little bit unorganized, and the puck movement hasn't been as crisp. And in the first period, their power play didn't score, but carried some momentum for them. And as of now, this is power plays losing some momentum.
Finland through center. Pikkarainen right side. Stops along the boards. Puck goes in behind the Swedish net. Powered around by Carl Anborn down the ice. That's going to just about do it for the 5-on-4. Linus Eriksson steps out of the box. We are 5-on-5 again. Pikkarainen right side. Falls down. On the side of the net. Taken away by Eliasson. Nudges it backhand to center. Taken over by the Finns. And swept in even deeper. Out of the net to play it. Harenstam. Out to center. Jammed up along the boards. Taken by Finland. And the Finns skate to center. Offside as Anton Kettinen stops at the blue line.
Now just one extra stick handle at the blue line by Kettinen is going to end up putting the Finns offside. And much like the first period was, a continuation of that here. And Finland now 0 for 2 on the power play. One power play had some good looks, was threatening and looked dangerous, and one power play was not exactly that. Now the Swedes will look to try and regain some of the momentum they had when they were playing in the offensive zone and creating some chances in the first period.
Finns have it. Kiviharju tries to play it in. Comes back to center. It's taken over. He's Wozniak. Shot off the far side. And he's Wozniak back into the corner, takes a hit. He's the one underage forward for Sweden in this tournament. Plays with Luleå, Swedish under-20 league. But we did get some games in the SHL this year, as in 07. Centering pass, trying to get a shot away with Hesselball. He was tied up. Alphonse Frey into the near corner. Comes out for Hemming. Moved ahead. Finland looking to center. Laid down the ice. Celine Valenius will win the race here. It's going to be an icing.
Now Sweden gets a chance here as both their players beat their Finnish players' checks off the wall, and it's going to be Emil Hemming who comes back to the middle of the ice to clear things up. And Well, this first line for Sweden had a number of opportunities in the first period, and playing without Alexander Zetterberg, who normally would be centering this top line. Walter Lindberg stepping in place, and looks like they haven't really missed a beat. Walter Lindberg plays for Skellefteå, the under-20 team, and they were the gold medal winners in their under-20 season this year.
And in the Swedish league as well. A golden year for Skellefteå. Across the board. Saralainen plays it in. Alphonse Frey starts ahead to center. It's tipped in off the left side. Caught behind the net by Nukari. Pressured by Walter Lindberg, one of those two Skellefteå representatives. They watched the top senior team win that Swedish gold medal, Swedish League championship from their hotel room at this tournament. Hope to be part of that team next year, moving up the ladder in Swedish junior hockey to the top.
That senior team was also the runner-up in the Champions Hockey League, losing to Geneva in the final game. So quite the year for the Skellefteå program in northern Sweden.
Off the right side, Daniel Nieminen diving in, take that away. Jack Berglund, or check that. That was Victor Eklund. And now to center, Viggo Nordlund. The other part of that Swedish Skellefteå junior 20 team. Nordlund's got it off the boards. Drops it back. And a shot from Viggo Gustafsson at the blue line is caught for the whistle.
It's a little bit tougher to get to the front of the net when Hamdi is on the ice, 6'2", 205 pounds, and he plays with Daniel Nieminen, who's not the biggest, but strong in front of the net, and both those two guys do a nice job of clearing things out. And as that point shot gets through, it's easy for Rippinen to catch that and reset with an offensive zone faceoff for the Swedes.
Linus Eriksson versus Atos Koivu. Good battle off the faceoff here. And it's finally controlled by the Swedes at the line. Gustafsson down the wing. Hamdi was there for the Finns. Try and fetch this off the end boards. Atos Koivu up the wing. Viggo Nordlund. Back in behind the Finnish net. Out it comes Gabriel Eliasson. He'll try his shot. That got in. And the save was made by Rippinen.
That was a sneaky tip by Victor Eklund in the high slot. Changed direction. Rippinen did a nice job to stay with it.
Swedes back to their own zone, under pressure. To center. This is taken over. There was Nordlund trying to make a move to the inside. He'll turn away into the corner. Passes off. And the shot to the side of the net goes just wide from Hugo Orston. Viitti-Väisänen back up the left side. There's a hard hit. Carl Sterner knocks into his man. And now it's lugged back in over the line by Sterner. Played around the boards. Nieminen ties up his assignment in the far corner. That was Orston. As Måns Torresson digs away for it. Nieminen battles with Orston. Now from behind the net. Torresson looks for an option. He's wrapped up by Viitti-Väisänen. And Kasper Pikkarainen plays it back behind the Finnish net. Now out through center. Racing after it is Felix Orquist. Delivers it over to Frey. Quickly to center. Here's a shot incoming from Hesselball. That's snapped up by the glove hand of Petteri Rippinen. 1-0 Sweden, almost halfway through this quarterfinal.
Look at you. absolute legend. Not you, Frank. You, Mr. Electrician. You use QuickBooks to fuse all your business finances together in one place. That's how you business differently.
When it comes to Tim's Smile Cookie, not every smile is perfect. Again. But they all make a difference. Because 100% of Smile Cookie proceeds go right back into your neighborhood, spreading millions of smiles to over 600 local charities and community groups, helping our neighbors all across the country. Get your Smile Cookie from April 29th to May 5th and help us make a difference.
The all-new QI irons from TaylorMade, designed for straight distance.
Almost 8 minutes into the second period, no goal scoring. This middle frame thus far. Only goal came 2:40 in from Alphonse Frey. That made it 1-0 Sweden.
It's been all Sweden in the second period so far. Finland had an opportunity on the power play. They didn't capitalize, and this is where the game got away from Finland. Against the U.S. They weren't able to generate much offensively. The U.S. really broke away. Sweden doesn't have that same goal-scoring ability, but the more time they spend in the offensive zone, you have to think they're going to chip away at the Finns.
Back to the line. There's a shot that's blocked in front. Back into the Finnish zone, stretching to center. Another hit right at the center ice logo. That one from Jack Berglund. Solid build at 6'3", 209 out of Karlstad, Sweden. And the Swedes chase it back into the offensive zone. Melvin Fernström to the end boards. Tied up with Mika Jokinen. Take it out to center. Crafty move from Seralainen. Now Konsta drifting to the near side. Tries to go back to the point. Nurkuri can't hold it. Arnstam out of the net. Celine Polenius passes ahead. Take it back in over the blue line. Here go the Finns. Far side. Ruohonen scores! Heikki Ruohonen! And he ties the game for Finland. Almost halfway through the second.
Well, the Finns needed something to get their legs going, to get the fans engaged in this game, and it's going to be Heikki Ruohonen on a quick transition play. It's a great job by Suoniemi getting the middle of the ice, and as he kicks this out, Ruohonen does a nice job. It almost looks like he's going to try and shoot this puck high. He ends up keeping it low, feet moving the whole way, body positioning, and he's able to get it past Loeb Harenstam. A quick transition play that starts in the neutral zone for the Finns, leads to their first goal of the game, and it's all tied up after a second period where they haven't had much going on.
Heikki Ruohonen, the hometown hero. He's played his entire junior career in Finland with Kiekko Espoo, was the under-16 captain. This is his home arena. Played the entire season at the Kiekko Espoo under-20 squad. 47 points in 37 games. He's got his third goal of the tournament. And he's got the Finns back on level terms. Sweden up the near side to the point. Eliasson shot. Redirected. Mika Jokinen bumped off the puck by Viggo Nordlund. Emil Hemming, Marcus Lopinen get the assists. As Jokinen handles behind the Finnish net. Up the left side, Finland to center. Crossing in, offside.
Well, the Finns needed this goal. As much as the Swedes have been playing in the offensive zone, they haven't generated a lot of high-end quality, and it starts off a turnover that gets transitioned really quickly by the Finns, and it's a great shot by Ruohonen. Doesn't try to do too much to it, just puts it on net, and not able to snap it off the way he normally would like to, as he was trying to lean in and keep his body positioning, but it's enough to get past Love Harenstam. We got a 1-1 game, and the Finns are on the board.
Orston wins the face-off back from the neutral zone. Norquist back through center, tipped in. First one to it is Heikki Ruohonen, the goal scorer. Up the far side, Ruohonen leads the charge. In over the blue line. Ruohonen tries a sharp angle shot. Harenstam the save, rebound to the near side. Back toward the slot, Ruohonen passes left side. Kiviharju had some trouble handling it. Now it's taken by Suoniemi. He's knocked down to the ice. Back to center. Sweden carried in over the blue line. Up the middle. Trying to pass that off was Orston. Now Carl Sterner passes out in front. No one there. And the Swedes retreat to center. Orston passes off to Salim Valenius quickly back down the ice. Here's a look off a shot that goes wide from Hesselvall. Salim Valenius down low. Another cross-ice feed that goes off of Aaron Kiviharju. That try from Alphonse Frey. Frey to the point. Salim Valenius fakes the shot. Now tries to take it. That's blocked in front. And covered up for the whistle by Rippinen. Power play coming up when we come back.
Losing your hair can be frustrating, but now you can do something about it. New Nordic, the #1 supplier of natural health products in Scandinavia, has developed a naturally derived and scientifically proven way to support new hair growth. Hair Grow contains a wide range of hair nutrients like biotin, millet, and zinc, but also uses a patented tocotrienol complex, clinically proven to nourish the hair and help increase hair count in 5 to 8 months. Gain back your confidence. Try Hair Grow today. newnordic.ca.
Like a mirrored reflection, I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
There is Tuomas Suoniemi in the penalty box for Finland. That's going to send Sweden back to the power play.
It was an eventful shift for Suoniemi because he got slashed a lot, and then he got taken down in the Swedish zone, and he ends up taking a penalty. It's Sweden to the power play, and they look to score their second goal of the game.
Moved off the boards, back for Salim Valenius. Down the left side, all the way along the boards. Digging forward is Lucas Pettersson. Puck is pinned up right along the boards. Take it away. And Melvin Fernstrom dragging it back to the line. Finland shoot it down the rest of the way. Harenstam got that over. Salim Valenius up the right side. This is given away. Finns might have a chance here. Varla over to Saarlainen. Can't handle the pass. And Sweden recover out to center. Lucas Pettersson, who looked dangerous in the first period, lays this around the boards, and it's chopped down the ice by Nentin Tesson. Salim Valenius. Now down the left side. Jack Berglund, he's crunched into the boards. That hurt him. Slow to his feet. As Frey can't hold the puck in. And much like Finland's ineffective power play to start this period, Sweden haven't had a whole lot going here through the first 90 seconds on theirs. Now far side, Carl Sterner plays it in behind the net. Sterner picks it back up in the corner. Turns it back around to the face-off dot. Cross ice. Here's Viggo Nordland. Tries the shot. That's blocked by Nieminen. Back to the line. Frey over to Nordland. Nordland falls. Power play expires. And the Finns cleared around the boards down the ice. Sweden are 0 for 2 on the power play today. Now coasting back in over the line. There's a nice move off the backhand. Frey gets the shot away. And Rimpinen makes the save and covers up.
It was a physical first period, and then we get to see a little more physicality here as Jack Berglund enters the zone, and Väisänen is just going to finish a hit on him. Not sure if he was expecting that hit to come. He's in a little discomfort on the bench as Väisänen's a bigger body, lays a hit, and then a block shot by Nieminen as he gets his foot into the way of the Nordland shot. And not a great power play for the Swedes, and it's the Finns who get the best opportunity shorthanded on the Swedish power play on a 2-on-1.
Finland off the face-off. Here's Hemming, the center. Saralainen with Hemming down the right side, tries a shot that's squeezed by Härenstam for the whistle.
Emil Hemming, one of those players that wants to get a good volume of shots on net, and this starts right off the face-off. Good job by him moving his feet, and ends up playing a little catch, give and go with Saralainen through the neutral zone, and two Swedish players converging on Saralainen. That opens up Hemming to take a shot off the wing, and Love Härenstam is only 5'10", but in that situation, Victor, looks pretty big in the net. Covers a lot of the net for Hemming.
Härenstam plays the Luleå junior program in northern Sweden. Might have to make a save here as this puck rolls in toward him. Last time the Swedes had an underage goalie at this tournament, it was Jesper Wallstad, who also played with Luleå. And of course made his debut in the NHL this year with the Minnesota Wild as a promising young prospect. Back to the point. Finland control. Väisänen hands off. Aaron Kiviharju looks for a lane. Back to Väisänen. Hellenius calls for it. One timer that's blocked off Viggo Gustafsson. Hellenius carries in behind the net. Sheds the pressure. Back to the line. Kiviharju, right side. Väisänen trying to go upstairs. Just missed.
Well, Väisänen had more room to walk that in and take a shot. He had the top corner open.
And Sweden forced the puck out to center, where it's claimed by Carl Sterner. Gustafsson back down the ice. Right in on Rimpinen. They'll shovel this aside. Finland to center ice. Vesturinen cuts in behind the net. Roope Vesturinen back to the line. Jokinen. Far side. Here's a shot for Nukri. That's blocked. Amici Jokinen tries to weave in. Taken away by Sweden along the end boards. Eliasson plays it around and out to center ice. Pikkarainen move back for Jokinen. Jokinen up the left side now. There's Otto Koivu. Finland lose the puck, regain it at center. Nukari. Suoniemi plays it back. Laid down the left wing. Eliasson will be the first to it for Sweden. Past Hamdi. He'll go back to get this. And plays it off the end boards for Daniel Nieminen. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Taken in over the line by the Finns. Chance developing rebounds. Put wide of the net by Lopinen. Ruohonen with the initial shot. He's tied this game at 1 already. As Sweden settle it down off the far side. Chipped to center by Fernström. And Daniel Nieminen sends it right back in. Loose at center. Nieminen under pressure. Take it away. Pettersson to the backhand. Doesn't shoot. Plays it off to Melvin Fernström. Fernström skating back toward the line. Cycles it off. This is ripped in, and they score! the slot. Jack Berglund beats Petteri Rimpinen, and Sweden regain the 1-goal lead.
This is going to be Berglund's second goal of the tournament, and a little assist to Oni Amhamdi, the Finnish defenseman, who's going to deflect this puck, and it's going to end up fooling Petteri Rimpinen as Berglund brings this puck higher into the zone. All he has is a shot on net. It's a little bit of a floater. Amhamdi gets a piece of it, and it's enough to get past Rimpinen. Not sure if Amhamdi is trying to block it or it just hits him. Get a better look here as he's in front of the net. It just hits his stick, so he's not even trying to block it. He's trying to do the right thing and stay out of the way. It ends up hitting his stick, and the Swedes will take that as Jack Berglund, who had 1 goal in Swedish Hockey League action this season, gets his second of the tournament, and the Swedes are up by 1.
Actually scored in his Swedish League debut for Färjestad. And now he's got 2 at the U18 Worlds this year. That is a big go-ahead goal for Sweden in the final 5 minutes of the second period. As the centering pass here for Saralainen doesn't connect. And the Swedes skated back in off the right side. It's kicked away by Rimpinen. And Finland under pressure in their own zone. Kivi Harju works it over to Hemming. We haven't seen Hemming play much of a factor yet in this game. As here goes Hellenius, low shot, Hemming, the rebound in front of the doorstep, and Harenstam hangs on for the whistle. Jack Berglund, shot from well out, beats Rimpinen. It's 2-1 Sweden.
Sometimes a sub comes along and hits just so right. And then we show it like this and you think, that can't be $4.99. Guess what? The Subway 6-inch turkey breast sub is only $4.99. Not forever. Offer ends June 23rd.
Ah, Fiori. Ooh, Red Bull. No. First the rings, then the wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Bit of an unlucky bounce for the Finns. That's helped put Sweden up in front here, 2-1.
An unfortunate bounce for Oni Amhamdi, who's not trying to block that shot with his glove. Sometimes if you go to block a shot with your glove, it can go off it, fool your goalie. And you know, the rule of thumb is just let your goalie take the shot in that situation, and it ends up going right off his stick and ends up going in the back of the net. So the Swedes are up a goal off a good bounce, and the Finns have to try and find a way to get an equalizer with their first line back onto the ice with an offensive zone faceoff.
Costa Hellenius versus Hugo Orston. It's won back by Hellenius. Jokinen at the blue line. Off on the left side. There's a shot from Kivi Harju. That squeaks wide. Puck moving back toward the line, held in. Let Sweden recover. It's Eliasson. One touch pass was fanned on by Viggo Gustafsson, so he just goes off the glass and out. Jokinen passes back off for Aaron Kivi Harju. Up the left side, Jonas Saralainen. Tries to bounce that to the net. Harenstam able to cover that up as Saralainen gets into it in front.
It'll be interesting to see how Marko Kauppanen handles the next 2 minutes and 4 seconds. You have a TV timeout, a stoppage, and you go with your first line, of course. And the best line for Finland has been the second line. Suoniemi and Ruoinen have had a really strong game, and Marko Kauppanen thinks there should have been something there off the extracurriculars after the whistle, and they still have an offensive zone face-off, trying to see if they can generate something, sort of like how the Swedes did on their first goal of the game. Win an offensive zone draw, it actually comes outside. And
clean win for the Finns, and Väisänen rips it in. Played behind the Swedish net. Off the right side. Taken away and skated around by Felix Orkvist. He'll drop it back. And the Swedes go back to start the breakout. Here's Orkvist handling it to center. Off to Linus Eriksson. Plays that in. Kicked aside by Rimpinen. Taken over by Väisänen. Up the right side. Pikkarainen throws it through. Otto Koivu into the near corner. Eliasson behind the net. Off the boards. Rushing in for the point. Nukari. Played around up the boards. And out to center. There's a hit from Nukari. Bumped into Melvin Fernstrom. Final minute in the second. Finland coming over the line. Jokinen tried to center. There's going to be a delayed penalty here. That's going to send Finland to the power play whenever Sweden touch it next. Finns start the breakout. Right side. Hellenius chases it down. And Eliasson touches it. With 25.5 seconds to go in the second, it's going to be a late finish power play.
It's going to be Viggo Gustafsson heading to the box for the Swedes, and it's a rush opportunity by Mitja Jokinen. Nice job going end to end as he takes it outside. Gustafsson gets his stick into the midsection of him, and Jokinen had a good head of steam. Very good chance he'd be able to cut in, and now Finland, who goes down 2-1 off an unfortunate bounce, has 25 seconds of power play time before the period finishes, and look to see if you can grab something late in the period and grab some momentum. They've had one good power play. They had one power play that wasn't nearly as productive, and some fresh legs as the top line comes back onto the ice.
Orston versus Hellenius off the draw. Orston wins it back. Pinned up along the board. Spills out in front of the net. Sweden roll it down the ice. And the Finns are going to need something quick here, or else this power play is going to extend into the third period. Up to center. Hellenius down the left side. One more shot. Harnstedt makes the save as the second period comes to an end.
Jack Berglund's goal is the difference right now, but there's not much separating both these teams. It's another tight second period. Well, the Swedes did a nice job in the offensive zone. The Finns, a couple chances off the rush, and Sweden takes a one-goal lead into the third period.
Heikki Ruohonen tied the game at 1 for the Finns. But Jack Berglund, second of the tournament, makes it 2-1, headed to the third. Second intermission show is coming up next with our good friends Lauren Dyken and Dave Reed.
Hey, what did you do? Well, listen to music, took a hike, ran from the rain, went up a hill, went down a hill, made a friend, went for a paddle, played in a puddle. Oh, and we got pies.
We put more into every RAV4 because we know more is what you do.
Hockey is more than a sport. It builds self-esteem, teamwork, and lifelong friendships.
I just wouldn't be me if it wasn't for hockey, and I think if I lost that, I think I'd lose a big part of me.
Without the Hockey Canada Foundation Assist Fund, thousands of kids like Lamar won't be able to access the game. Donate now to help us ensure every child across Canada has the chance to play.
Sometimes a sub comes along and hits just so right. And then we show it like this and you think, that can't be $4.99. Guess what? The Subway 6-inch turkey breast sub is only $4.99. Not forever. Offer ends June 23rd.
Okay, so both of these have the same great health benefits. This one tastes sour, this one tastes yum. A vegan gummy, premium ingredients, and no sour taste. New Nordic Apple Cider Vegan Gummies. Health never tasted so good.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Find Steel tools starting at $229.99. Shop local, buy Steel. Find yours at steel.ca.
And here's your Viagra.
Thank you so. Wow! Viagra is virtually the same price as the generics. Oh, yes!
Someone's happy.
Virtually the same price as the generics. Ask for brand name Viagra.
At Pet Value, we treat your pet like our pet.
Well, Georgie, it's time for adult food, and there's a lot of great options to choose from.
Make her up so fast.
I know. I do this like 10 times a day.
Why aren't there any girls playing?
Why don't I get to use the change room? Why are there no girls on TV?
The playoffs are on the horizon in the PWHL, but we've got your regular season finale to show you before that gets underway. Ottawa and Toronto will meet on Sunday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. You'll be able to watch all the action right here on TSN. So from the PWHL back to the men's U18s, and both the Swedes and the Finns exchanging goals there in that second period. We're right where we started the period, with Sweden holding on to that 1-goal lead in this, our third quarterfinal of the day. Dave and Laura back with you here once again, and kind of the quarterfinal we were expecting between these two teams. There's not much separating them, whether it comes from goaltending, scoring, or special teams, but the Finns were able to take advantage of a rare miscue by the Swedes in that period.
Yeah, there were very few miscues in this game so far, and that's why we're looking at a 2-1 score. But for Sweden, a turnover in the neutral zone and a little bit of a flyby by Walter Lindberg, and it's a tie game. Up the ice, his pass is a little bit in the feet, and when the pass is just a touch in the feet, you're not able to handle it as well as you may want, and that's exactly what happens. Fernstrom can't quite handle the pass. He loses it. There's your turnover, and here's your flyby. The flyby was Walter Lindberg, goes through the neutral zone, avoids the puck, avoids contact, and it's Heikki Ruohonen comes down and puts it in kind of I would say a weak goal, but that's the way this game is going to go. But give Finland credit. They were patient in the game. They waited for that one turnover. They were able to tie it up, and they just weren't able to hold on to Laura.
Ruohonen, he is a Espoo, well, he plays for Espoo throughout the season. He's from Helsinki, and here he is knowing Metro Arena very well and getting a crucial goal for the Finns in that period. Always a little extra when these two teams meet, especially now with the semifinal spot on the line. And sometimes weird things decide games and decide goals, as we kind of touched upon in the first period. We get another example of that here in the second.
We do. There was a turnover for the first goal by Finland, and Finland did a great job in this period. Like, they deserve a better fate coming out of the second period. They did a great job of keeping Sweden to the outside and not allowing any opportunities. Even when there was a mistake or a mischeck, someone from Finland, there was the layered defense. Someone picked each other up. Keep the puck to the outside. Don't allow a shot. You were going down to about, what are we on, 3.5 minutes to go in the period. There were 4 shots allowed by Finland. Great job, great defending, great team defense, but when you put the puck to the net, good things happen, and that's what happens here on Sweden's second goal. Jack Berglund throws the puck to the net. Oni Amadi was standing in front of the net, it hits his stick, and that was a death stare from the goaltender to his defenseman. It's like, are you kidding me? Get your stick out of the way. An accidental play, but Finland did an excellent job. They played almost a perfect game, keeping the puck to the outside, keeping Sweden to the outside, defending extremely well. And when nothing's going right, you just throw the puck to the net. And that was Sweden's mentality. We can't get to the front of the net. We don't have any bodies in front of the net. An outside shot, a hope play. I'm just going to put the puck to the net, and it goes in. And now we've got a 2-1 Sweden lead. And Finland is going to have to change their game plan because they need another goal. And defense is great, but they've got to find a way to generate offense, which they weren't able to really do in the second.
Golden opportunity to tie this game early in the third as they will begin that final period on the power play. Well, there is one more quarterfinal on the sched featuring the winners of Group B, as Canada will meet Latvia soon in Vantaa. We'll get you set to that after this.
Power outages can be unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life, posing a real threat to your family's comfort and safety. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning.
The winds are not letting up at all here. We're going to see some power outages. The number one thing to prepare for is extended power outages.
Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator. When a power outage occurs, your Generac home standby generator automatically powers up using your home's existing natural gas or propane, so your life goes on without disruption. You and your family are comfortable, safe, and secure. Stay tuned to get over a $900 value free on the most popular home standby generator in the world.
With the Generac, we don't have to worry about whether we lose power or not. If the utility company does not come through, our Generac does.
Having the Generac generator, I felt secure that if there was a power outage, I didn't have to worry about it, that there would be heat in the home, there wouldn't be busted pipes.
After the hurricane happened, we just want to be prepared for anything.
Generac generators are designed, engineered, and built for the purpose of generating power. 8 out of 10 home generators are Generac and have thousands of satisfied customers.
How many times have you heard people say, I never want to go through that again? Well, the next time that you go through it, don't make it so hard on yourself. Have a Generac home standby generator.
Call or go online now to request your free quote with one of Generac's nationwide dealers. And if you call now, you will also receive a free 7-year warranty valued at over $900. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation to buy. Call or go online now so the next time there's a power outage, your home powers up. Power your life with Generac. Call or go online to request your free quote today.
And here's your Viagra. Thank you. So, wow! Viagra is virtually the same price as the generics. Oh, yes!
Someone's happy. Virtually the same price as the generics. Ask for brand name Viagra.
Canadians are in the house, making their way into Trio Arena, which will be the site of this final quarterfinal of the day. It's actually the final game in Vantaa, as Espo will take the reins the rest of the way. Again, our pregame show will get underway at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Puck drop around 12:45 Eastern time for that spot in Saturday's semifinal.
Gavin McKenna is a supreme playmaking winger.
Here's a flip, in front, the shot, score! Gavin McKenna, the finishing touches. McKenna winding up the wheels, cutting in. Gavin McKenna to the forehand, jams it in, it scores! Oh, what a rush! McKenna, delayed, shoots, score! What a goal!
You won't have to look very far to see what a terrific player Gavin McKenna is.
You know, it's amazing to think of all the superstars that played in this tournament wearing the red and white for Canada, whether it's Connor Bedard, Connor McDavid, Macklin Celebrini last year, and now apparently we have the heir apparent, that being Gavin McKenna, all ripe at just 16 years old. He is the youngest player on Canada's roster, and I mean, he had such a sensational season with Medicine Hat, picking up right where he left off here. There's so much to like about this player, but what really stands out to you about him?
I think as a winger, it's the way he can take the puck through the neutral zone and really create plays. A lot of times wingers aren't the guy who's rushing the puck end-to-end. That's more a center's play. But McKenna loves to do that. He's got such great hands. He's got such great speed and such great vision. He not only makes himself a great goal scorer, but he makes players around him better. Just ask Porter Martone how that's worked out for him. This combination has been so good, and it's amazing. As a 16-year-old, he doesn't turn 17 until December 20th. That's why he's a 2026 draft, because he's 2 drafts away because of the late birth date. It's just amazing how he sees the ice. And again, this is usually the center position. The center is usually the player who rushes with the puck end to end, but Gavin McKenna is the guy who picks the puck up in his own zone and seems to be doing it regularly. Let's
go to the other winger there on that line. The other half
side
of that M&M line there, that being Porter Martone, the captain here. There's all this talk about, you know, the single tournament record and the Canadian record of 15 points set by Tyson Jost as well as Macklin Celebrini. Martone with 2 more points, he could tie the all-time tournament record for a Canadian set by Connor Bedard as well. Just dream tournaments for both these players, but I know they have their sights set on a certain medal.
They do, but at the end of the day, you're going to get there by having great performances. And the great performance by Porter Martone is coming off of last year's tournament where he had 5 points in a bronze medal match. I mean, this is a perfect example of Martone. He drives the net, the hand-eye coordination, and he's got a tremendous shot. He's 6'3". He's a big guy. He's got great hands. You can see he's batting them in out of the air. He's going between the legs. He went between the legs short-handed in last year's tournament. He's a big force of a player. He makes players around him better, such as Gavin McKenna. And I'm not sure who's making who look better in this tournament, McKenna or Martone. But either way, these two guys on the one line have been unstoppable for opponents in this tournament. You've got skill and speed in McKenna, and you've got size and pure power in Martone, and for Canada, it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, while they're leading the way, the rest of the lineup, no slouches there either. 17 different players have recorded a goal at this tournament, 21 all-available skaters getting a point as well. So that's a story when it comes to Canada-Latvia. A big third period in this quarterfinal coming up after this.
Interrupted by dry eyes? Get fast-acting relief with Hydrosense eye drops. Made with a naturally sourced lubricant. Hydrosense eye drops.
Nutrilon has been nourishing the lawns and lives of Canadians for over 35 years. With our ecology-friendly lawn care, we eliminate weeds and prevent destructive insects from feeding on your grass. Improve the overall health of your lawn. Visit Nutrilon.com.
At TD, we get how hard it can feel to move forward.
Should I add to my closet or my savings account? We've got to find a way to get this finished.
I want to save for that down payment, but also want gourmet salad.
If you're feeling stuck, the best way to start is to sit. With easy-to-use tools, valuable support, and trusted advice. So have a seat. Let's get started. TD. Ready for you.
I sit back and let a Bud Light the way.
Ah, Fiori. Ooh, Red Bull. No. First the rings, then the wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I wanna be a great one.
Pro women's hockey is here. There is nothing stopping this woman. How about the physical play?
Everything is nothing without.
It's playoff time. The first ever. An electric atmosphere. Tensions running high. A moment in history.
All right, here's the story, and here is where we stand heading into the third period. It is Sweden on top of the hosts, 2-1. Finland will start this all-important third, though, on the power play. Without further ado, let's get you back now to Victor and Frankie.
That's right, Laura. We should be in for a good third period here between these two forever rivals, Sweden versus Finland, at the international stage. And for a lot of these players, it's the biggest stage they've played on representing their country so far in their young careers.
Always an honor to represent your country, and for the Finns, a little more on the line, having this game on home ice with the fans behind you, and find themselves down 1 going into the third period. A great opportunity on the power play here, and plenty of firepower on this team. Emil Hemming's got 4 goals so far in this tournament, and Konsta Helenius still looking for his first goal. 7 assists, quite the playmaker, and there's more than meets the eye to this power play than what we've seen so far, and the Swedes will be looking to keep their 1-goal lead as the third period rolls on.
Finns had an early second period power play that they did nothing with. We'll see if they can change their fortunes here with about 90 seconds to start the third period on a power play. Here's Aaron Kiviharju. Passing it back for Konsta Helenius. Up the far side. Puck is nudged loose. Shot around the boards by Måns Torsten and back down to center. Now Helenius circles around, picking up speed. Crosses the line, cuts up the middle, and his shot's kicked away by Harenstam. Kiviharju down the left side. Having tried to move that out in front. Comes over to Helenius, far wing. Saaralainen down low. Otto's Koivu in the bumper spot as this puck eludes Aaron Kiviharju. He's got to go back to his own end, and it's a long way back here from behind the net.
Now, this has been the story of the Finnish power play outside of the first one, where they looked dangerous. Just a lack of execution, some of the passes not connecting, and they haven't been able to generate much.
Here goes Nieminen skating in. Passes off of the backhand. No shot, though, from Suoniemi. And the Swedes launch it down the ice. Rimpinen off the boards. Short pass for Nieminen. Play back around. Carried up ice by Markus Loppanen. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Finns are 0 for 3 today. Near side. Battle off the boards. Taken by Finland. And moved out to center where Nieminen's back to it. There's Markus Nukari from behind the net. Or Nicholas Nukari, rather. Starts up to center. Taken away by Sweden. From their own zone, Eliasson turns around. Swedes on the breakout to center. Victor Eklund. Cross ice off the boards. Fielded by Viggo Nordlund. And smothered at the side of the net by the blocker hand of Petteri Rimpinen.
Well, it's a good look across the ice as Felix Sornqvist is getting up in the play, and Viggo Nordlund looks to shovel a puck to the front of the net. And Sweden doing a really good job early on, making the neutral zone tough for the Finns to get through, and that leads to the Swedes having some opportunities to skate the puck through the neutral zone, attack off the rush. Not a quality chance, but we get some puck possession nonetheless.
Helenius in to take this draw against Walter Lindberg. Controlled by Sweden. Shot tipped on by Lindberg. That's kicked away by Rimpinen. Lindberg scored the overtime winner against the Swiss to close out the preliminary stage. He started this tournament as the 13th forward. But with the injury to Zetterberg, he's moved up in the lineup, and a whistle from behind the play here.
We get a hand pass and a look at Konsta Helenius, who would like to get a little bit more going on the power play, and they were able to get into the zone, but you need that one extra pass to help calm things and get you set up, and the Finnish power play hasn't been able to get that one extra pass. It feels like they're always under duress, and credit the Swedes. They did a really good job of being aggressive and making it difficult on the Finns to get set up and get to their schemes on the power play.
Sweden take it from behind the net. Horquist up the right side, carried in. Melvin Fernström trying to cut to the net. Nukari knocks that away.
A great job not taking a penalty by Nukari there as he goes stick on puck.
Nukari in over the line, tries a wrister. That's stopped by Arnstam. Rebound controlled by Sweden. And back out to center. It's handled by Hamdi. Orston lays it back behind the net for Leosalin Valenius out of Skövde, Sweden. To center. Taken in by Carl Sterner. Flies the shot off the mark. Out of the corner. Carried up to the point. Shot from Anborn goes wide. And Orsted's held up behind the net by Nieminen. Orsted tries to break free. Passes off. Dangerous look. Sterner got the shot off. Rippin the save. Penalty upcoming to the Finns. As Rippin covers up.
It's going to be Nieminen. Nieminen's getting this penalty. It's either going to be holding or hooking. He had his stick wrapped around the Swedish player behind the net, and it was a really smart play. As you take a look, it's Orston, and he senses that Nieminen has him wrapped around, and he tries moving his feet. The more you move your feet when you're being clutched and grabbed, the better chance you have of getting a call. And Nieminen still has his stick into the midsection of Orston, and the only argument you can make if you're Finland there is, does Orston grab his stick? But regardless, the stick is in there. It's a well-deserved call, and Sweden with a 2-1 lead. It's an opportunity on the power play.
Here's a tip in front. That goes just wide off the stick of Lucas Pettersson. Cleared down the ice by Finland. The Swedes are 0 for 2 so far today. Finland play it back down the ice. Harenstam's out to stop it behind the net.
I mean, you can't say that today's been a special teams battle. This game's been decided at 5-on-5 because the power plays from both ways have been a little sloppy.
Down the right side, Victor Eklund into the corner. He's roughed up by Hamdi. Battle ensues. Eklund gets out. Behind the net, trying to shrug off Jokinen. Gets some help. Played back to the point. Celine Valenius gave it away. Broken stick there. Allows Finland to break out with it. Here's Tasson. And he's checked down to the ice. There's going to be a penalty on that to Leosalin Valenius.
It comes off a Swedish broken stick that leads to Nathan Tasson. He's just going to try and kill the clock here. Little deception, and as he cuts back, it's a, I guess if you want to call it a cross check onto the back of Tasson. It's not overly hard. It's hard enough. There's enough of a follow through there. It's right in front of the official, so easy call. And now we get just under a minute of 4-on-4 play. And it goes from a Swedish power play, full possession, a broken stick, to a penalty. And after the 4-on-4, Finland will get another look on the power play.
So Sweden officially 0 for 3 on the man advantage today. Here they come, and on the left side, shot is wristed wide. Heikki Ruohonen along the boards. Stepped into Jack Berglund. And now here comes Finland in transition. This is taken away by Hesselvall. Back down the boards. Now Nicholas Nukari plays at the IIHF junior program in Helsinki. Aaron Kiviharju drops it back. Skating to center, passing off far side. Here's Costa Helenius. Goes down to the ice with Gabriel Eliasson. Finland power play now. They are 0 for 3 today. And Sweden come out center ice shorthanded. Here's a shot from Bergstrom that just missed. Looking blocker shot on Rippinen. Now the Swedes have to hurry back. Finland in transition. Helenius far side. Double clutched it. Went to the boards with Gustafsson. Comes back out. Now passes to the point. Here's Aaron Kiviharju. Far side, Hellenius fakes. Passes down low in front. Arlaina trying to jam it through. Back around the boards and out down the ice.
Oh, that's the best look we've seen Finland have on the power play. One of the best looks they've had all game. It's a small area of play right around the front of the net, and they're not able to bang it home.
Costa Hellenius curls it back. Through center. Backing over the Swedish line. Taken by Kiviharju. That does it for the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. Finns in transition. Kiviharju. Off the wing. Bouncing in front. Here's Hamming with a shot that goes wide glove hand side. And rides around the boards down the ice.
Now, one thing is very noticeable. All these Swedish players skate extremely well. It's been very difficult for the Finns to create separation in the offensive zone. Anytime you think you may have an edge or you may have caught a break, there's a Swedish player who's recovered, and they're not giving you much.
Taken by Altos Koivu. Far corner, back behind the Swedish net. Near side. Lifted up and out through center. And this is going to be whistled down for a high stick. 11:49 to go. It is a 2-1 lead for Sweden in the U18 quarters.
Did it just get worldly in here? Get ready for a taste adventure. The new globally inspired Subway series has landed.
Back in Metro Arena in Espoo, Finland. Near capacity crowd today. This building seats about 7,000. And looking to see Finland try and capitalize here to tie this game.
Love Härenstam is going to stop this shot off the stick of Emil Hemming, who tries to go back against the grain, and this is his biggest save of the game as Hellenius holds on to this puck. It's a quick, small area play, and he gets his pad on Jonas Arlainen's opportunity in a prime scoring position. Love Härenstam keeping this game at 2-1 Sweden.
Love Härenstam has been the undisputed #1 goalie. Played in every game for the Swedes in this tournament. Significant given he's an underage netminder. Will not be draft eligible until next season. Finland control it. 5-on-5 in front. Trying to bang that home on the doorstep was Emil Hemming. Thrown back to center. Viggo Nordlund chips it in. Victor Eklund goes after it. Takes it away from the boards. Passes off. There's a wrist shot from Linus Eriksson that just missed. And Viggo Gustafsson has to go all the way back to his own zone for it. Sweden having some trouble here with the breakout. Hemming takes it away from Eliasson. He's erased along the boards, however. And the Swedes move it off the glass out through center. Niklas Nukari down the left side now for Costa Hellenius. Can't get the pass through. Back behind the Swedish net, taken by Eliasson. Hanging around in the slot. Here's Finland on the attack. Can't get the shot away. And the Swedes able to flip it to center. Lucas Pettersson played in. Back in over the finish line. Walter Lindberg passes off. Shot from the line. That never got through. And Vitti Väisänen out of the corner. A short pass intended for Heikki Ruohonen. Taken by Micha Jokinen. And now the Finns through center as Ruohonen plays it in. Out of the net. Harenstam. Hasselvall up the left wing. Turning around is Jack Berglund. And back in over the Finnish blue line. A shot attempt from Jakubis Wozniak. Does not get through. Battle ensues behind the Finnish net. Taken over by Nieminen as he passes ahead. Anton Kettunen carries in over the line. Drops off. Varla back into the slot. Nieminen gets a drive right on the mark. And Love Harenstam hangs on for the whistle.
Look at you, an absolute legend. Not you, Frank. You, Mr. Electrician. You use QuickBooks to fuse all your business finances together in one place. That's how you business differently.
With advanced safety technology, always be prepared for the uncommon.
Do we really have any choice at all?
Everyone has a choice, and every choice has a consequence.
Which do you choose?
Life's full of tough choices, isn't it?
How do you choose?
Nice crowd on hand today in Espoo, including Leo Komarov, old friend and teammate of yours, Frankie.
Uncle Leo, one of the best teammates. Watching in support of the under-18 Finnish team. And
family on hand.
Yeah, nice to see Uncle Leo.
Just played this year back in the Finnish Liga with IIHF Helsinki. So not far from where this game is taking place today.
Always a fan favorite and a teammate's favorite, Uncle Leo.
Still going strong. As Gabriel Eliasson lost his stick. Battle off the boards is won by Finland. Turning around, Aptos Koivu. Long range shot. That's tipped wide of the net. Back toward the point. Kivi Harju's shot. Oh, Harenstam makes the save in front. Was off balance for a moment, but managed to recover. And Finland retreat to center ice. Expecting a push here late. With about 8:40 to go in the third. Finns in need of a game tire as this play is offside.
Well, you start to understand why Love Harenstam, the underager, is on this team. This is the second big athletic save he's going to make to keep this game at 2-1. Feels like he's out of position, pushes back, gets his glove on it. Nice job keeping that out of the net by Harenstam. Easily could have let his momentum take him too far right. It just kicks his leg out. And it's been one of those games for the Finns where offense has been hard to come by, and the prime chances that they have had, Harenstam's been great.
Center ice face-off win for Finland. They hammer this in around the boards. And the puck comes out through center. Chance developing for Sweden. Eriksson trying to pass that across. Looking to connect with Viggo Nordlund. Back up to center. Saralainen now. Here come the Finns. Saralainen sends that one off the goal post. Blocker's side on Harenstam, but it won't go. So chances on either side. This is given away. Hanging on to it. Trying to turn around the net was Victor Eklund. No shot off that turnover. But Finland still heading to their own zone. Viggo Nordlund left side. Cycles it down low. Celine Valenius plays it back. Behind the net, Linus Eriksson off to Viggo Nordlund. Takes the wrist shot. Ricochets off a body. Another chance for the line. This one's lofted high by Anborn. Held in at the point, not for long though. Väisänen springs Hemming up to center. Here's Hemming. Turning around off his backhand. Passing across through the slot. He's got to get back here. As the Swedes intercepted Melvin Fernström down the left side. Fernström has Lindberg with him. Fernström briefly knocked down for a moment. Gets back up. Passes off. Gustafsson threatening to shoot. Now he does. And trying to wrap around Rimpinen, able to stuff that off the goal line with his glove. Here's Fernström. Into the corner now. Comes back out to the blue line. Gustafsson looks for the lane. Finds it and gets the shot away. Good blocker save made by Rimpinen through traffic. Taken out by Pettersson. Plays it across and fanning on the shot. Never totally got through for Walter Lindberg. As Konsta Helenius back the other way, leaves it behind. Markus Lopinen on the left side. Oniam Hamdi. Play it around the boards. Heikki Ruohonen. Back across. Hamdi will take it off the boards. Banks it down low. Ruohonen's back on it. Now Suoniemi. His pass into the slot's intercepted. And the Swedes chase it down the ice. And a nice hit by Oniam Hamdi knocks his man right out of the play. Hustling to center, Mitja Jokinen in on the left side. Turns away from the goal line, back to the blue line. Ruohonen, couple shot attempts, each one blocked. Loose stick. That's picked up by Carl Amborn. And Sweden skate to center. Hesselvall chips it in as Sweden change.
Here's the push you've been looking for if you're a Finnish player. 5.5 minutes to go in the third period, and you finally feel like you're gaining the offensive zone, and now you've drawn a penalty.
Roope Väisänen goes down, and Viggo Gustafsson's going to the box. Huge power play opportunity for the Finns to try and tie it when we return.
Most men will develop symptoms of BPH. To reduce these symptoms, try Super Beta Prostate. Finally, less urges to urinate. Super Beta Prostate. Find it at these fine retailers.
Ah, Fiori. Ooh, Red Bull. No, no, no. First the rings, then the wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
A 2-1 game for Sweden, and they're going to head to the penalty box as it's going to be Viggo Gustafsson who swipes Roope Väisänen as he looks to chip this puck in and go chase it. And the Finns game has really come to life here in the latter parts of this third period. And with 5:22 left to go, they have an opportunity to right the ship on a power play that's been quiet today.
Face off to the blocker side, Hardstam. It's warded away by the Swedish netminder. And out to center ice, controlled by Aaron Kiviharju. And there is no better time than the present for the Finnish power play to turn it around today. Emil Hemming skates in up the middle over the line. Stripped to the puck, shot down the ice by Måns Torresson. Banked back off the boards by Kiviharju, but a little too far. And Helenius has to go all the way back behind his own net. Bothered here by Hesselvall. Gonna play it up the right side. Finns cross the line. Antus Koivu falls down. Played back in open space behind Emil Hemming. He's just able to keep it in at the blue line. Now it's fired back down the ice again by Sweden. And half the Finnish power play has expired.
On the last Finnish power play, it was a matter of not connecting on passes, and right now for Finland, it's less is more. They're trying to force feed pucks into areas that they shouldn't be, and right now there's certain things not available to them, and they need to recognize that.
Aaron Kiviharju from the line. Shuffles off left side. Suoniemi from the hash marks. And it's ramped off a stick to center. And again, this Finnish power play just cannot get anything going.
And it's a really good job by the Swedish penalty kill. They are forcing Finland to stay on one side of the ice, not allowing the puck to get spread out. That allows 4 Swedish players to just focus on one side and ultimately kill plays.
Round the boards it goes, far side. Finland set it up. Just 10 seconds to go. Again, the pass does not connect. And Väisänen's got to retreat all the way into his own end. And Sweden dodge a bullet as Viggo Gustafsson gets back to the ice. 3:15 to go in the third. Win or go home for the tournament hosts as Harenstam gloves this down for the whistle. And now we got a bit of a jiu-jitsu match going on in the near corner.
It looks like Pikkarainen and Eliasson after the whistle. And see how the officials sort this out. One or multiple people are going to the box for sure. 3:10 left in this game. You don't want to put your team at a disadvantage. The Finns are looking to chip this puck in and chase it. It ends up going on net, and Eliasson and Pikkarainen converge. Some hands high, and Pikkarainen gives Eliasson an extra shot as he's down on the ice, and that's what the Swedes are saying. Why is he grabbing his mask? A little bit of a unnecessary rough stuff after the whistle, and we'll see how the officials decide to sort this out. It looks like both players are going to the box, and for the Finns, another opportunity wasted on a power play where they weren't able to get set up, and when they did get set up, they weren't able to make that extra pass, forcing things a little too much. And sometimes you just have to go back to what makes a power play simple. Put pucks in, retrieve them, find a way to get a shot on net, see if you can recover a few pucks and bang in something in and around the front of the net. It's going to be 5-on-5, and face-off comes outside.
.310 to go, and Finland win the neutral zone draw. Back to their own zone. Miettio Jokinen tosses down the right side. It's played in. Ruohonen racing after it. Hesselvall gets there first. Up the wing, Viggo Nordlund picked off at center, and Finland reset. Here they go, back up ice. Suoniemi skates to the near side, back to the line. One-timer from Jokinen, blocked in front. Sweden carry out to center. Linus Eriksson passes over. Nordlund's shot steered aside by Rimpinen. Battle along the boards. 5-man pile up. Tasholm looking for the puck, comes out for Sweden, out in front. There's Gustafsson with a shot, and Rimpinen comes up with a big blocker save.
Man, he got all of that. Walked right into it, and as much as Finland's down 1 goal, Rimpinen's been really good in this game, and that's just his latest piece of handiwork.
The Finns to center. Nieminen has the puck moved away. Sweden cleared down the ice, bouncing puck. Launched to the net by Pettersson. Rimpinen's forced to hang on with Fernström bearing down on him.
Well, part of this being a tight game is both goaltenders have made big saves, and Petteri Rimpinen, this is the latest here, is Gustafsson has all day to walk into this. It's a juicy one-timer, perfect speed and weight on it, and prime scoring position. Gustafsson gets all of it. Rimpinen faces it with the blocker, no problem, sends it away, and we'll keep an eye on the both benches as Finland would be looking to get this puck in the offensive zone and see when Rimpinen's coming off the ice.
Face-off wing comes back to center. Long stretch pass from Orqvist, goes in off of Fernström. Taken over by Finland. Trying to skate it out to center. Hellenius couldn't get out. Fernström played off the boards. Far side. Hemming. Slowly turns around. Here he goes to center ice, off on the right side. Finns in transition. Can't get the pass through the middle. Empty net, ripping in back to the bench. 6-on-5 Finland. Just over a minute to go. Sweden clear it off the boards and out to center. Here's Hellenius, falls down. No penalty coming here. And it's collected by Aaron Kiviharju. Back into the Swedish zone. Lofted to center again. Time running out on the Finns. Heikki Ruohonen plays it in behind the Swedish net. Swedes gather it again. Played up in front of the bench. Out to center. Taken by Costa Hellenius. Under 30 to go. Down the right side. Saarelainen tried to come to the net. Nice play by Gustafsson. Now there's a hard hit far side. Swedes are all over the puck. Out to center. Kiviharju shovels it aside. Hemming skates in onside. 10 seconds to go. Hemming passes back. Here's the shot for Ruohonen. That just missed. Around the boards, out to center. And the Swedes start the celebration. The tournament hosts are done. And Sweden are off to the semis. Such a bitter rivalry between these two teams, heightened by the fact this tournament's happening in Finland, and a tough loss for the Finns, who will walk away medalless from the 2024 Under-18 Worlds.
Yeah, really unfortunate ending for the Finns, as the game-winning goal is going to be a bad bounce off the stick of Onion Hamdi, off an innocent-looking shot to the net. That's the difference, and a clinical job by the Swedes in the last minute of the game with the Finnish net empty all over the puck, not allowing the Finns any time and space to get set up, and never had a look towards the end. The Finnish power play had lots of opportunities. Ultimately, it wasn't able to come through, and Love Harenstam made 2 big saves in the third period to preserve the 1-goal lead, and the Swedes played a tight checking game and ultimately win this game 2-1 and move on to the semifinals.
So 2 years in a row, the Finns get booted in the quarters. You might remember last year they lost to Slovakia, and what was a fairly notable upset at the time. Slovakia won that game 3-2. Slovakia is through again to the semis. They already beat Czechia today. So you know the Americans are in, Slovakia are in, Sweden are in, and that leaves us with just Canada and Latvia as the final quarterfinal matchup today. So player of the game presentations to come up. We'll award the 3 best players of the tournament for Team Finland as well.
The best player award for both teams will be awarded by the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey Under-18 World Championship Organizing Committee Chairperson. Molempien joukkueiden parhaan pelaajan palkinnot jakaa vuoden 2024 alle 18-vuotiaiden MM-kisojen järjestelytoimikunnan puheenjohtaja Pasi Kainulainen. The best player of Team Finland, Suomen joukkueen paras pelaaja, numero 24, number 24, Joona Saarelainen.
Joona Saarelainen, player of the game for Finland, had 3 goals in this tournament.
Well, he had a great opportunity in the third period in tight on Love Harenstam, and Harenstam made a big save to keep the puck out.
The best player of Team Sweden, Ruotsin joukkueen paras pelaaja, numero 25, number 25, Hugo Orsten.
And Hugo Orsten, player of the game for Sweden, got his first point of the tournament, assisting on the game's opening goal. Plays for the Rebro Junior program and playoff MVP at the under-18 level in Sweden this year. And now for the top three players of the tournament for Team Finland.
The three best players of the tournament for Team Finland. The awards will be presented by Tissot, the official partner of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey Under-18 World Championship Tournament. The three best player awards are selected by each respective team and will be presented by Pasi Kainolainen. The three best players of Team Finland are Number 4, Mitja Jokinen. Numero 19, Konsta Helenius. Numero 36, Heikki Ruohonen.
So defenseman Mitja Jokinen. For Konsta Helenius, and finally Heikki Ruohonen as well. Ruohonen had the goal today, playing in his home rink in Espoo, Finland. Ruohonen's rated 35th by Central Scouting. Helenius at number 3 and Jokinen at number 54 among international skaters. And with that, time now for the playing of the Swedish national anthem, Du gamla, du fria.
Anthem of the winning team, Sweden. Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyt, pyydän nousemaan ylös ja ottamaan hatun päästäsi kuuntelemaan voittajajoukkueen Ruotsin kansallishymniä.